Thank God it's Monday. I'm here at JFK International Airport, JFK John F. Kennedy. I have a flight at 5 p.m. back to the West Coast from the East Coast. I'm going from the Atlantic Ocean all the way to the Pacific Ocean. I expect the flight to be well over 5 hours. It always takes longer going east to west, longer than it takes from west to east. From west to east, you have the tailwinds that push the airplane that much faster through the atmosphere or the air. And when you go east to west, you have headwinds. Headwinds meaning against the front of the airplane, making it harder for that airplane to move through the atmosphere or the air. I'm sorry for the background noise. I'm in a restaurant, but I'm not eating any food. I ordered a Coca-Cola Classic. Thank God they had Coke and not just Pepsi. And I ordered some soup. I don't know if you can see this. This is soup. Take my word for it. There is soup inside this dish. And it's a vegetable soup. And I've got my roast beef hero, heavy mayonnaise, lettuce and tomato, salt and pepper from a credible, proven quality deli on Long Island. So I'll be good to go. And of course, potato salad. That is just killer potato salad. A lot of people make potato salad and it's just too dry. It's just too dry. Some of the things that happened today's date, June 21st, on this date in 1893, the first Ferris wheel was introduced in Chicago, the first Ferris wheel. Not everybody's favorite amusement park ride. They go much too slow, and if they're not tall enough, the view is limited, and they seem to always break down when you're on the Ferris wheel. And if you're paying for parking, that can be pretty monotonous. So happy birthday to the Ferris wheel for senior citizens, small children, and people who just don't want to get too shaken up on an amusement park ride. That was in 1893, and it's 84 degrees today in New York. 84 degrees with overcast. The sun is trying to peek out from time to time. In 1945, what items of interest would be complete without a little warfare, a little violence, a little bit of conflict? And today is no exception. Today in 1945, the U.S. claimed victory in the Battle of Okinawa. It was one of the bloodiest, if not the bloodiest conflict or a battle of World War II. The Japanese would not give up. It took about 2 months for the United States to completely flush out all the Japanese soldiers that were holding down the fort, so to speak, on Okinawa. And it was I was on Okinawa for 2.5 years in the Air Force, and there are suicide cliffs where the people were so afraid, the Japanese people, women and children, were so afraid of the Marines, the United States Marines, that they would jump off these cliffs to their death. And as a result, they're called the Suicide Cliffs. It was a bloody, bloody conflict. You can find the exact numbers of casualties in your own Google search. But today in history, on June 10th, Okinawa was captured by U.S. forces very successfully, but at a high cost. And in 1982, John Hinckley Jr. was proclaimed innocent of shooting Ronald Reagan because of insanity. The insanity plea, the Twinkie defense, which I don't agree with. I think it's a bunch of garbage. It just gives you more ammunition or more reason to dislike or not care for lawyers or the practice of law. What complete garbage. There's a lot of crazy people wherever you go. Some people call me crazy, but I don't shoot anybody. There's a difference between being crazy and and violent. So he's not innocent of anything. He shot John, the President of the United States. So it's just horrible that these people get away with this insanity. Lock him up in a real prison. I don't care if he's got all his marbles or not. He did it. We can't take the chance if he's not going to do it again. But I think he's got his own YouTube channel as well. But so those are the items of interest that happen on today's day. In the airport, you also have to listen for announcements. The white zone is for is not for parking. It's for loading and unloading passengers only. The white zone. That's a very important one. And they always want to know if anybody gave you something in your luggage. Did anybody give you anything today? No. All I got today was nothing. Nobody gave me anything. And they also want to know to put your masks on. I gotta have my mask on at all times, but I can take it off when I'm at a restaurant or in the, at a table eating. But so I hope you have a good day. It's Monday. It's the start of a new week, and have a good week and keep going strong. I think it's about 90 degrees in Austin, Texas. It's just temperatures here, summer's here. And yesterday was the first day of summer, by the way. I didn't do a video yesterday. I was busy with some functions. So to recap, 1945, the U.S. beats the Japanese army on Okinawa. 1893, the first Ferris wheel, and in 1982, John Hinckley Jr. Was innocent. And the reason was insanity. So, believe it or not, maybe you have a lawyer friend you can ask about this bucket of crap, garbage, And this all comes from these jerkwater colleges and these judges that put up with this nonsense from these lawyers, Don't get me started. I don't want to get excited, but it's just complete garbage. Whether you're insane or not, you shot somebody, and you should be treated just the same as anybody else. I'm sorry. I mean, are we going to let the person shoot somebody again? Give him another chance? I don't know. That's my opinion. I don't know if it's yours. Have a great day. I'm going to bounce and have my sandwich. Thank you, and good night.